So the other day, I got an email from one of our friends asking me how much alcohol I drank. Well, it really got me thinking about my journey with alcohol and my relationship with it, from the days of binge drinking and blacking out to my current consumption level. So I have always really enjoyed drinking. Growing up, I started drinking, I'd say probably when I was 16 with my buddies, and throughout college, I was a binge drinker. I drank on weekends, sometimes nightly. And after college, I still drank in excess. And I never, ever thought that I had a problem. I never thought that it was something that I couldn't quit, but I never saw myself quitting drinking because it was so ingrained in my social behavior and just the way that I live. But I actually quit drinking 6 years ago by accident. And when I say by accident, I know you're like, what? You just all of a sudden... The way that it worked is I used to chew tobacco, dip snuff. And I did 2 cans a day for about 16 years. And I was crazy addicted. And it was the one thing that I was so incredibly ashamed of myself. 6 years ago, on January 2nd of 2010, I made the decision, all right, this is it, I'm done. And so I stopped chewing tobacco. It was the last time I actually put it in my mouth. I knew that if I was going to succeed quitting tobacco, that I needed to quit 100% alcohol in my life because it was too much of a trigger. As soon as I would take that first sip of beer, I was craving the tobacco. So I quit drinking by accident. In order to quit chewing tobacco and to give up nicotine, I quit alcohol because it was a trigger. So I went from drinking probably before I quit 30, 40 drinks a week to now I do drink, but it's probably 10 drinks a year. I love bourbon, and having a bourbon is nice every once in a while if I'm doing something special. A glass of wine over Italian food is incredible, but I haven't been drunk in a really long time, and things are awesome. This is in no way, shape, or form a public service announcement to get you to stop drinking. Not at all. I just want to share with you 10 things that I have found have changed in my life and in me as a result of not drinking. The first thing that I noticed when I stopped drinking is that I stopped doing really stupid things. I have made some really bad decisions in my life, and I've done some really bad things, but there's usually a correlation between bad decision and alcohol. When you cut out alcohol, the bad decisions, you still make them, but it's on a whole different level. The second thing that happened is I felt awesome every day when I woke up. You know the drill. You go out on a Friday night, Saturday, half the day is wasted because you feel so terrible. I felt incredible. I hopped up out of bed and it was like, oh my God, I feel great. It's a Saturday and I'm not hungover. What? I'm going to go be productive. Third thing that I noticed was that my mind was so much clearer. And it's like my senses were heightened. I perceived things differently. I was ultra aware. It was almost like I was on drugs. But it was just this incredible sense of well-being and clarity. Leading to number 4 is I was more creative. Because I wasn't clouded by a hangover or just not feeling good or alcohol. Because here's the deal. I don't know. I'm sure there's research to back this, but I really feel like the more you drink, the more it messes with your brain and the way that it sort of works and everything is firing, and when you're dehydrated and all that stuff. I found that when I stopped being a drunk, I was so freaking creative, and it was amazing. The fifth thing that I noticed after stopping drinking is that my productivity skyrocketed. I don't know whether or not it's because I wasn't feeling bad or I was getting up earlier or I was sharper, but my productivity, I was getting more shit done than I ever have in my life. And it was this, I was more inspired. I had more passion. Like, I'm telling you, everything changed. The other thing that changed as a result of the productivity, the clarity, the focus, the sharpness was I started making more money. Also, I wasn't spending as much, because going out and getting wasted every weekend or a few times a week or drinking, it's expensive. Not only I wasn't wasting money on nicotine, tobacco, or alcohol, I was actually able to make more money because I was more productive, I was more focused, and I was thinking outside of a box that I previously wasn't able to get outside of. The seventh thing that I noticed from quitting drinking is that I looked better. And being that I am somewhat vain at times, what? I look better. My skin, for one thing, was clear, it was bright, it was hydrated, the bags underneath my eyes diminished. I looked refreshed, bright, happy, healthy, younger, like I'd been using Tiege Hanley for years. If you haven't heard about Tiege Hanley, you haven't been watching my videos because I've been talking about it like crazy because I'm so excited about it. It is a new concept in skincare that myself, along with Rob, Kelly, and our chemist, developed. We have taken all of the guesswork out of looking amazing forever. We give you the products you need, nothing extra, nothing more. We tell you when to use what, in what order, how much. All of the guesswork is gone, along with all those inflated markups and extra huge, expensive, gentlemen, super affordable, delivered right to you each and every month, or actually whenever you want, because you get to tell us when you need your Tiege Hanley skincare system. There's a link down below, along with a 20% off discount code on your first box in the description. The other thing, and number 8 thing that I noticed after I started drinking, is that staying in shape was so much easier. When I cut out alcohol, it was like, it was incredible what changed in my body. Apparently, there are a lot of calories in alcohol. Combine bad calories in alcohol with the crappy foods you would eat when you're drinking, and staying in shape has, gentlemen, it has never been easier. I'm able to maintain a low body fat percentage with minimal amount of work as opposed to before when I was drinking, and it's just gotten easier. The 9th thing that I noticed when I stopped drinking is that I was proud of myself, and I didn't hate myself the next day for doing something stupid or being so self-destructive, because for me, I was pretty self-destructive. Doing dumb things, sleeping with people I shouldn't have been. I mean, there's a lot of downside to going out and abusing alcohol. I'm happier. All of the things and all of the benefits to not drinking outweigh that beer, that wine, that bourbon, that excess. Like, all the money in the world, I wouldn't trade sobriety and clarity for any of it. It's remarkable, and I never in a million years would have thought that I'd be the one sitting here talking about how I don't drink or how I gave up alcohol. And like I said, when I say I don't drink, I still enjoy alcohol. I'd say probably 10 times a year. I love whatever I'm drinking. I don't get drunk, and I have a better respect for alcohol. It's changed my life. Everything in my life has astronomically improved, exponentially, the moment I stopped drinking and quit tobacco. It's like, all of a sudden, all of the cloudiness that was in my brain and my head and my life just sort of dissipated, and it felt incredible. And so I just wanted to do this video and tell you a little bit about alcohol, because a lot of you guys out there drink. A lot of you ask me about my consumption, and so why not tell you about it? I didn't always have a good relationship with alcohol. I abused the shit out of it. I drank too much. I blacked out. I did all the things that you shouldn't do. And I don't now. And my life is 1,000 times better in every aspect and area as a result. I'm not telling you not to drink. I'm just saying that if you decide not to, you're going to be amazed at how incredible you feel.